All right. We are back again today. Today's date is what? Let's check this. 18 March. So this video was created or was made on the 13th of March 2025. All right, let's continue. I am I'm feeling somehow. I want to make video and address my feedbacks. I will be doing videos to address my feedbacks. That is why I love feedbacks a whole lot. In fact, I grow with feedbacks. I literally grow with feedbacks. I grow with feedbacks. No matter how you think you are smart, it is foolishness to assume that you know everything. No matter how much you think you are smart, it is absolute foolishness when you presume that you can never be wrong. No. So I love feedbacks, and when I have feedbacks, again, the second thing about feedbacks is feedbacks will let me understand how far you guys have understood my teaching. Because from your feedback, I will now see, oh, okay, you are seeing it in this way. Okay, I see that you are seeing it in this way. Let me come and show you in that your way that you are seeing it. That is what I want to do in this video. So in this video, my people have watched my onboarding video where I talked about agriculture as my specialty. So I got feedbacks. So from that feedback, I was able to identify how they are thinking, like where their direction is going to. So basically, most of the questions revolved around that everybody cannot be a farmer. They shouldn't make farming that mandatory. People should be doing some other things, all of those things. So the other one asks, if when I was in Nigeria, if I was farming when I was in Nigeria. So I have questions like that. So I'm here to address them. I went up to my status and then I posted this on my status on WhatsApp. I posted after the video. On my last video, I got feedbacks. Why should everybody go back to farming? Everybody cannot be a farmer. Pause. I will address this shortly. So that was what I posted on my status. And after some minutes, I came back to address it. Let's wait for the next slide. The next slide of my status says, in a country as rich as Nigeria and the people as poor as Nigerians, farming should be made compulsory to tackle food security first. Pause. To tackle food security first. Follow me. I will explain. Why did I say to tackle food security first? I understand that you have already imagined a country that everything is so civilized, everything is so westernized. Big roads, good technologies, big hospitals, big this, big that. City kind of Nigeria, where Nigeria will look like New York. I understand all those things. I know. Growing up watching Nollywood and the rest, watching TV, they honestly like programmed your brain, literally. I kid you not. Each time you sit in front of your TV to watch anything at all, because anything you watch, TV is TV. That TV means television. Television, right? TV means television. Television. You people are not just thinking now. Television. So if I say television, so I have a vision that I'm telling you. So each time you are watching me, I'm telling you a vision. My people, my people are not seeing. So let's continue. It's okay. We wake up. Television. So each time you are sitting there, the television is actually telling you a vision by programming your brain. Child. Do you know how each time you're hungry, you go and eat? Each time you want your brain to be reprogrammed, you watch movie. You watch what is happening on, you watch news. You watch the Matrix. Each time you are concentrating, putting your attention and focus on them, they reprogram you. You need to see a young man who believes or who watches CNN only to be discussing Trump all through his life. Doesn't think about any other thing. Doesn't even think about how his life will be better. All what he is thinking about is how to criticize Trump. They have reprogrammed that one and finished. Anyways, I wanted to address my feedback. This thing is somehow. Anyways, so I said we should tackle food security first, because in a society where food is now, you people, you don't know how people are hungry. I say people are hungry. Oh, have you stayed 3 days before, and it's like you have not stayed 3 days before and you don't even have hope of where your next meal will even come from, and they are still roaming around begging people for money. This like extremely hungry. Nah. So now when there is food, if everybody, because the reason why people are not farming, the reason why people are not farming, not as if people wouldn't have like go and farm, or this farming is very difficult. The base root cause of it is that people are scared of going back to the village, because they cannot do this farming in the city. In city is busy now, and houses everywhere. You will not even see land. Any small land that you will see, it's going to be very, very expensive. So the best thing to do is to go back home. So they don't want to go back home because they are scared to go and die, or to go and buy. Let me not say die in this thing. Before YouTube will ask me why did I say die. To go and buy. These people, because they are Christians, they are religious people. These people have now bring in fear. If I go back home, I'm going to go and die. If I go back home, I'm going to go and suffer. People will mock me. People will laugh at me. All right. On the next slide. So when food is okay now, to summarize this slide, when food is okay, we can now think of something else. But other slides will explain better. Let's go. Paused. I begin to write. 90% of the youths can't stand up for themselves. Not because they are not smart and educated enough. It's simply because they are hungry. If you think I'm lying, come out and debunk it. Come out now. Come out and counterfact me. The reason why our politicians are controlling us left and right like this, ping ping. I said it's like hen and corn. They are using corn to control those hens. That's what they are doing to us. If they say you will die today, you will die today. You have to at least protect your survival first. You are vulnerable. You are naked. You are naked. You people don't even understand the true contextual meaning of Adam was naked. God said Adam was very, very okay, roaming. All this while Adam was naked. Adam did not know that the clothes he was wearing, that the standing fan in his room, that the TV is even watching, he's not the one that made it. He's not the one that created it. His wardrobe, his shoes, his toothpaste, his toothpick, he can't even create anything. He is so vulnerable and he is naked. Can we see how naked we are? Or are we just intentionally turning a blind eye? Because this thing is not making any sense again. No? It's as if we intentionally turn a blind eye. But anyways, we can't stand up for ourselves because we are hungry. It's like you have not done a serious business. You have not done a serious business with a young man who is very, very hungry, and then you entrust him with money. And he's very, very hungry, and then you carry money and give him to do something. So when food is okay, we will be able to go and develop any other thing that we want to develop. When food is okay, we will not be having criminality again in our land, because half of it is because people are hungry. When everybody has food and food is cheap, food should be something that everybody can afford comfortably. Food should be something that they should be even wasting it. Nah. All right, let's go to the next slide. When food is surplus in the land and hunger is no longer an issue, we can now think of technology and other inventions to better our lives. Ebreso wrote. I made a video where I was saying that that there are two forces that is powering this war. You people need to go watch my videos, all my videos. There are two forces that is powering this war. One is agriculture. Two is technology. Look it at any angle you want to look at it. Agriculture preserves survival, while technology betters our life. We use technology to better our lives. We have a nice car so that we will be able to drive and better our life instead of trekking. We build AC to better our lives when we are hot. We build phone to better our life. Either when we are bored, we go online and watch stuff, or when we want to talk to loved ones, we will reach out to loved ones. Or maybe I want to do a video like this so that you will be able to see it. You will be able to see it. So technology makes it easier and better. But agriculture preserves survival. Because no matter how much you think that technology is better than survival, technology is better than agriculture. No matter how much you think that technology and civilization is better than agriculture, which is food, that is when you're already thinking that to better your life is better than survival. How can to better your life be? How can me to wear clothes okay, if you have an option of choosing food and clothes, which one will you pick? You would even choose to walk naked and at least pick food, because when you survive, you will be able to make clothes. But when you go and pick clothes and leave food, you will wear that clothes and die. You will wear that clothes and not survive because you have left food to go and pick clothes. If they keep iPhone 100 Pro Max and they keep food and they say pick one, it's either you will be using phone the rest of your life and you will never eat food again, or you will pick food and never eat and never. You notice that it's foolishness if you go and pick phone. You go and pick food. At least if you eat food and survive, you will learn how to build that phone and build it for yourself. Secondly, our people are thinking that they can make it 50-50. See, they are trying to use with They are trying to they're trying to use wisdom. They think that it's possible for them to do 50-50. Let's have some people who will do this one. Let's have some people who will do this one. In their brain, they think that everybody shouldn't just go to this one. But they fail to understand that currently in their position, in their states, like currently in their state of living, they are extremely poor. An average person cannot afford food to eat. They are struggling. The whole Africa, like, they are starving. People are dying of hunger. So much. You need to know the price of food in other states, other countries. Go to Abuja and price food stuffs. You know how expensive it is. This is something that nature did not design it that way. They have controlled everything and even controlled how you eat and how it. Oh, papa. If at all, like, we are doing well, let's say like United States now. You are coming to tell United States, let everybody goes to agriculture. You notice that there are some people that will go to agriculture and there are some that will not, because they are already okay to some certain level. But us, we are not okay. We are hungry. With your hunger, you are still bargaining for 50-50. Yeah, Niger and pride. Jesus Christ. Nigerians and pride. They are hungry. I swear they are very. You need to see how these people are lamenting. How bad Tinubu government is. How things are so costly in the market. Then you bring in solution instead of them to. Oh, I don't want this thing to affect my video. Okay. Now you bring in solution instead of them to welcome the solution and start working on it. So it's not negotiable, because at our level, this is emergency already. Going back to farming is already an emergency. So it's not something that we negotiate. When we come out a little and we can now negotiate and say, okay, let some people go to this section, let some people go to this section. But for now, food is the way we are going. If we don't tackle food very seriously, imagine the country how it will be 5 years from now. People are not seeing it. People are not thinking. This is already an emergency. It's already an emergency. But even government are not seeing that it's already an emergency. Everybody should fall back to base. Second reason why we should fall back to base is because we need to preserve and protect our land. We are not protecting lands anymore. Every young man has left the village to the city. Who is watching over our lands in the village? Everybody is now in the city. The question is, if all men leave the village and travel to the city, in the land, we are leaving it for those old women and old men. That is why Fulani headmen are coming in to invade our land. That is why strangers are coming in to occupy our lands. And by the time we will go back, we will not even have a land again. These are lands, ancestral lands that our forefathers fought. Blood was shed on it to preserve for us. But we have now left it. And that is why some prodigal sons in the family are even beginning to sell those lands. They are selling lands to real estate companies. This is the cause reason why we are selling lands, because we are not valuing agriculture. It's so painful. No matter how I try to not put in emotions in this thing and just do teaching and go my way, whenever I address this thing deeply, it's very, very painful. Can we fall back to agriculture? We are crying of hunger. And some people some of us are even selling the land. Can you imagine that somebody is crying of hunger, that he's very, very hungry of what to eat, and he takes his land and sell it to take money to buy food and eat? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. It's like you have a tank of water and you are thirsty. You now carry your tank of water to sell it. You sell your tank of water to somebody to collect money to buy pure water, that you know that after drinking that pure water will finish. So when you sell that tank of water and then you drink pure water, and when you finish drinking that pure water with that money, what will be your fate? What will you now use again to sell and buy another pure water? Have you seen that you are very, very stupid? At what point did we sell land for food? Can't you, if you are hungry, can't you go to that farm and that farm that you want to sell to buy food? Can't you go there and grow crops? Oh, I don't always want to come deep. All right. Let's go to another slide. There are two powerful forces that is controlling this world: agriculture and technology. Since we are limited in tech, can we fall back to base? This is what I posted on my status. I've explained it already. Now we have two forces. Check around, turn around. The West are doing very, very well in the West are doing exceptionally well in technology. Can't Africa do exceptionally well in agriculture to balance the ecosystem? Look at China are coming in now to use our lands to farm for us, since we are not seeing it. People that are already hungry are trying to negotiate 50-50. You are already dying. You are in a fight with nature and you are already losing. Instead of falling back to base, you are there trying to negotiate. At what point, if you are in a war front, at any war that you are fighting, the first criteria is that you must think of survival first. If you are a leader who is fighting any war or who is doing anything that you are doing and you don't think of survival first, it shows how foolish you are. You must always have a base where you will fall back to. I agree that you are a doctor. Have a farmland. If something happens and people don't come to the hospital anymore, or something happens, government just evoked your license, or maybe you just did one mistake and then they seize your license, you will finish eating all the money in your bank account and you will be hungry again. Hi. But if you have a farmland, at least you will be able to fall back to that farmland. Can we farm as an emergency, as a backup? Do you have okay, that's your one income, that's your one source of income. Do you have a backup to it? Do you know that if you remove money from there and hire some people to plant cassava for you, that can be a backup for you? But no, you want to come and negotiate that it should be 50-50. It's all right. The next one I begin to rise. My own is to show you the right path, and I will end with this one. My own is to show you the right path. If you think I'm wrong, you are right. But consequences will always prove who is right and who is wrong. Thank you. That was the end of it. I don't have any issue. I don't have any issue with you doubting. I don't have any issue with you coming out to negotiate 50-50. That some people everybody should not go to farm. I don't have any issue with that. You are right. We shouldn't advocate for farming. You are right. Farming is suffering. You are right. But I want to tell you that consequences will always prove who is right and who is wrong. If we continue like this without considering farming, if we keep pursuing money without considering farming, we're going to reap it. If you like say that I'm cursing, it's not a curse. This is me. I have seen the end from the beginning. I'm a man who is telling his son, that meat that you are removing from your mother's pot to eat, that part that you are going to die. You are going to go to prison. The man is not cursing the child. The man is not cursing him. The man has seen the end from the beginning. But the young child is young and innocent. He doesn't know what he is doing. All right. If you guys don't take me serious, my own is just to show you the way. You don't take me serious, consequences is there. Some of you are already even facing the consequences already. We are not thinking. I will always do the thinking for us. I will fill in the gap for us. I will always be doing the thinking for us, because we are not thinking. That is the honest truth. We are not thinking. Joke apart, we are not thinking at all. We have just choose not to think and replace, because we refuse to think, or because we are too lazy to think. We now replace faith to do the covering of us thinking, because faith and thinking are mutually exclusive events. One day I will make a thorough teaching addressing faith being mutually exclusive with reasoning, because reasoning is akonuche. Akonuche is thinking. If you don't have akonuche, you can never go far in life. Thank you very much. Ebrese, your revolutionary thinker.